hot takes with Jonathan. And even though we did get kind of a hot take just a second ago, and we're going to use his name his nickname that he's using today with Old Scratch Johnson.
Old Scratch Johnson, hot takes.
So today's hot take, I'm going to give Jonathan. Let's see if I can give him the floor here a little bit.
Can I just give a rant real quick?
You sure can. Go ahead.
Thank you. NBA 2K. What is the deal with that game? Why is this game so hard to make? Like, does anyone play basketball anymore? Does anyone know how to play basketball anymore? Now, I want to give credit to Mike. I think his name is Mike Wing or something like that. Mm-hmm. The guy who's trying to bring 2K back to where it was. Mm-hmm. I recently played 2K 2016. It feels like a completely different game. I was so flabbergasted. I couldn't shoot. I didn't know how to drive the ball. I didn't know what was a good time to go for a steal. It felt like I was playing I was playing basketball on Mars or something like that. It's like two totally different games.
What is it? 16 compared to what?
2020.
2020. Okay.
Yeah. And it wasn't in a good way. It wasn't like, oh, the game is so much better now. It was just like I'm just playing it differently. I had to figure out how to play it differently now. But again, I want to preface my comments with I understand they're trying to fix the game, but I want to talk about some major issues with this game that need to be addressed ASAP. This should have been addressed before the game even came out, honestly. Mm-hmm. Like the defense on the game has been horrendous for years. This has not just started this year. The defense has been horrendous for years. Nobody on your team will know how to guard a pick and roll for nothing. That makes no sense. That's like basketball 101. You learn that on the first day. How do you guard a pick and roll? Do you go under or do you go over? Okay, if I put it on auto, what does that mean? Okay, this time we're going to go under. This time we're going to go over. There's no consistency to the game. And if we're playing Stephen Curry, why would my point guard go under a screen ever?
Preach.
Why ever?
Preach.
That makes zero sense. So defense and not just the computer, the AI defense, because the computer it truly cheats you to make sure that it wins. It truly cheats you on this game to make sure that it wins because the computer is not competitive. It can't play with you. Because the way that they have designed this AI, the computer cannot play with you. They know that. So they have to manipulate the game, run a narrative behind the scenes to make sure that you're out of position to where they can score on you. Like it's insane to me that the number of times I'm playing a game, and I usually play 12-minute quarters. So I'm playing a full-length game, and this takes me about an hour and 10 minutes to play. So I'm investing 70 minutes into a single game. One game, not two, not five, not six. One game I'm investing 70 minutes into, and it's astounding to me the number of times I have to stop and pause the game and go, what was that? And I go back to the Instagram play and rewind and go, why would I do that? The passing is completely broken. It's been broken for so many years. It's been so broken. Directional passing doesn't work on the game. I don't know why they keep telling us to just do directional passing. It doesn't work, okay? And I'm afraid to change to anything else because I'm afraid it's going to get worse. And that'd be bad. That'd be worse than what I already have, okay? If I do a pick and roll, the obvious choice for the pass should always be to my big man. Whoever just set the pick, that should be the obvious pass. But for some reason, if I'm pointing towards him and I press X, I throw it across the court and they get an easy steal. And then the other guy, apparently he didn't even come back on defense. He's already on the other end of the court. What? We're cherry picking now, computer? That's how hard the computer has to play to beat me. And also, the AI's defense against you is also completely trash. It's not good at all. They don't know how to play defense. You can literally run the same play, pick and roll every single time down the court, which is what most people do. Which is why I think it's insane. The one-on-ones are just playing against anybody is insane because you know what they're going to do. They're going to pick and roll. They're going to crossover, and run to the lane and get an easy bucket. It's not real basketball. It's just pick and roll, easy bucket. Pick and roll, easy bucket. You know what they're going to do. Okay? You really can't guard it because you can't stay in front of anybody on defense. Okay? But anyway, the AI defense is just trash. It's horrible. I know I can score 50 a game if I wanted to. If I really wanted to, I could score 50 games with almost anybody if I really, really wanted to. If I was really trying hard, because it's easy. All you got to do is get into the paint. And once you get into the paint, you have like an 80%, 90% chance you're going to make it. And the computer can't stop you. They don't know how to get in front of you. They don't know how to play defense where they shade you to a certain part of the court. They don't know how to stop you from getting into the middle of the lane and making easy passes to your big man. It's insane. Also, Post moves have sucked from 2K like 16. Why aren't you giving any love to guys who actually play in the paint? No love. I have to do the same moves over and over again in order to get my post player to score. And that's just absolutely crazy. If I try a dream shake, I know I'm going to miss. If I try a fadeaway, I know I'm going to miss. If I try a hook shot, I'm like 50% chance I'm going to miss that shot. Okay? Even with someone talented, like if I get a Joel Embiid or if I get a Hakeem Olajuwon, I'm still pretty sure I'm going to miss a fadeaway shot, which is stupid. That's just stupid. Like if you watch these players, watch Kevin Garnett, watch Paul Pierce, watch these players take these fade shots. That's their game. LeBron shoots, his shot is a fadeaway shot. But if you try to go into the paint and do a post fade, you're going to miss. What? How does that make any sense? Who designed this game? Okay, we need more than just a drop step for a post player, and it should be based on their reaction. But I know it's hard. Okay, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt because I know it's hard. Okay, it's hard to make this game because the computer already knows your moves when you do them, so you can't really fool the computer. But they kind of got to fool the computer in order for the game to be fair. But I get it's hard, but I'm just saying there are some simple basketball stuff that are just absent from the game that make the game infuriating to play. That's why you have so many people who get so frustrated playing this game. And it's not like a fun frustrated where it's like, oh man, I got to try again to beat this boss. Like I was playing Batman the other day and I was getting so frustrated because I couldn't get these combos down. But it's a fun frustrated because I want to keep playing. With this game, I want to break my TV. It's like that's insane. I just literally want to punch it because it's so stupid the way this game treats you. It laughs at you for trying to play good defense. It berates you for trying to play smart offense, and it just absolutely destroys you for trying to think that you can play smart basketball in this simulated basketball game. It doesn't reward you for that. It doesn't reward you for playing smart basketball. It doesn't reward you for playing high IQ basketball. It doesn't reward you for making the right pass to the open guy. It doesn't reward any of that. And what you end up having to do is going into your settings and messing with all of the mechanics of the game because they know the game is bad. So you have to go in there and change them yourself in order to balance the game out just a little bit, a fraction of the piece. But even in that, you're still not going to get what you want. You're still not going to get the kind of basketball experience that you really want. Now, to my Madden people, you guys have it so much worse than us, but we still have it pretty bad, okay? The game is still pretty bad. I've seen some clips from 21, and a lot of people have given it credit for being better than 20, which is not that much, okay? It's really not that big of an achievement when you're in the middle of a pandemic season and your game is slightly better than the pandemic game. It's like, okay, it's not really that big of a deal. I wouldn't be super proud of that. But this game, it has simple mechanics that are just bad. The animations in this game are horrendous. The dunk animations are just they're garbage. They're horrible. They're horrible. Whoever thought it was a good idea to put animations in sports games was an absolute, oh my God, this person should be fired. It should never be hired for anyone ever again to do anything. The animations in this game are just absolutely dreadful. You get locked into an animation and you can't move anymore. You can't do anything to stop the play from happening. The play is going to happen regardless of what you do. The moment someone gets into that dunk animation, 98, 99% of the time they're going to dunk on you. No matter if you get a weak side help defender, no matter if you try to foul them, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Another thing I can't stand, as soon as you press a button, it's done. You have to do the action, even if the action is no longer needed for the moment. So, for instance, let's say I'm running down the court, I'm guarding this guy, and I'm trying to reach. And so I press box, and then he blows past me. I pressed box like 2 minutes ago, and now my controller is just registering that box has been pressed. Now, this is not just my controller. I played on multiple systems, multiple platforms. This is just a problem with the game. The moment you press box to reach, you have to reach now. You don't have a choice. He's gone. He's blown past you, and then your guys just they're like, ugh. And he's like swiping at the air. There's nobody there. Why would I try to reach? Why would I try to reach? There's nobody there. And he's already gone to the rim. And don't even get me started on boxing out. Like it's the things that make a smart basketball player, right? The people who play smart basketball are interested in the little things like boxing out. They're interested in post play. They're interested in defense. They're interested in staying in front of their man and playing good rotational defense. Those are the little things that make a smart basketball player. But 2K has broken those things. Okay, so don't even get me started on trying to box out a player. You can't do it. It's impossible almost in most situations unless you are that much bigger than them. Unless I'm like 6'10", 6'11". If the moment I start boxing you out, you're just gonna literally, that's what happens. They grab you and they push you aside and grab the board. That's happened to me so many times. It's like I'm in perfect position. I'm like, okay, we played perfect defense, play good defense, we got a bad shot, let's box out and let's get the board. Once the ball goes up, I'm starting to box out, and then he just swims right around me, gets the board, and then dunks it. And you can't do nothing about it. As soon as he grabs the board, it's over. It's over. It's basically a putback dunk. You might as well put it as a putback dunk because it's basically over. And don't even get me started with missing alley-oop dunks, wide open dunks, wide open layups. Don't even start with that. Okay, the fact that even happens is crazy. I get it under pressure situations where a certain player might miss that shot, but like if I have James Harden, I shouldn't miss a layup, a wide open one. No, never. If I have LeBron James, I shouldn't miss a wide open layup. Never. Okay, he just doesn't do that. You should really go into the game. You should really have a team of players, of people who watch film, who are dedicated to studying film on these players and seeing their tendencies in the game. Like, how many times does LeBron fade over his right shoulder than his left shoulder? And what is his percentage making it over his right shoulder than his left shoulder? Okay? How many times does he airball it? How many times does he rim it out? How many times does he miss over the backboard? You know? Like, that kind of stuff should be analyzed. I mean, you're $1 billion company. You should be able to afford that. That should be easy. Have someone studying the film each year to make sure they're getting the game right. Because certain things just don't make sense. Like, oh my gosh, like I'm DeAndre Jordan, I'm getting dunked on by like a fourth bench player. Like what? This stuff doesn't happen. I'm Rudy Gobert and I'm getting dunked on by a rotational player. Like this stuff doesn't happen. It rarely happens if it does happen. Okay. And you make the game so simple. I understand why, because you want to get these other people to play who don't really play basketball in real life. So, and think about this. You have a bunch of non-basketball playing people thinking they're good at basketball now. How does that make sense? If you can't play real basketball, you should not be good at 2K. I'm just sorry. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. I know it's supposed to be a video game, but it's a basketball simulation. If you're not good at basketball, you can't be good at 2K. It just doesn't work that way. It doesn't.
Basketball Matrix.
It doesn't. It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. I know you want this huge thing where you want everyone invited. Maybe make a simple mode for them. Maybe make a casual mode for them. For the people who don't really play basketball, here's your casual mode. But for everybody else, this is real basketball, okay? We're not going to shortchange you. We're going to reward you for the little things that you do. Now, in 2K's defense, I have not played the newest 2K yet. So I could be completely wrong and everything's gotten fixed. Even though I've already seen bugs with it, watching other people's videos. I've already seen bugs with this new game as well. So but the things that they talked about changing have been things that I've been upset about for so many years. Like defense. That was one of the number one things that he talked about was we're trying to fix defense this year. We're trying to reward you for staying in front of your man and for making good defensive plays and for making the smart defensive play. Okay? Because sometimes the smart defensive play isn't a block or a steal. Sometimes it's just contesting the shot. That's the smart defensive play that time. Sometimes it is going underneath the screen to force Ja Morant to shoot a three. It is. Oh my gosh. That just brought me another point. Don't get me started on a number of times that people who don't regularly shoot threes go like 6 for 7 in 3-point shooting. Like I played Russell Westbrook and he's going 6 for 7 on me in 3 points. Shooting threes. He's going 6 for 7. What? What kind of game are we playing here? Are we even playing basketball anymore? Or is this just NBA Jam now? What is this? How is Russell Westbrook going 6 for 7? He's not Bradley Beal. He's not Steph Curry.
I love NBA Jam, bro.
Yes, it's a great game. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying that's not the same as 2K. 2K should be different. You should not have Russell Westbrook going 6 for 7 ever. He doesn't do that. That's not his game. Okay? There are certain people like LeBron should not go 5 for 7, 5 for 6. He shouldn't do that. Okay? He's not that good of a 3-point shooter. I'm sorry. Look at his stats. We know that. That's insane to me. That infuriates me because sometimes on defense, the smart play is to let him shoot. You want LeBron James taking threes. You want him to shoot because he's not that good of a three-point shooter. I want Russell Westbrook shooting threes because I know he's not that good of a three-point shooter. Okay, maybe he hits 3 on me in that game. Maybe he goes 3 for 7. That makes sense. 3 for 8. That makes more sense. 3 for 9. That's probably more likely. But I want him to shoot because it's better he shoots than he gets into the rim. But now I'm forced as Kawhi Leonard to play defense at the 3-point line on LeBron instead of giving him space so that I can play him from the paint. And now I'm in a don't get me started on how you make these superstars so bloated. They're so OP, you can't stop them. I cannot stop Luka Doncic for nothing. It doesn't matter how well you're playing defense. It doesn't matter if you decide not to play defense. It doesn't matter if you assign 2 defenders to him the entire game. It doesn't matter. He's going to drop 40 on you. It's going to happen. Unless you're not playing a Hall of Fame, unless you have your stuff your sliders slip all the way up, he's going to drop 40 on you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what kind of game plan you have. It doesn't matter. Okay? And the computer doesn't get tired, which is absurd to me. That they don't spend any energy throughout the whole game. How is that? Like in basketball, a tactic is fatigue. You fatigue somebody by little things, like you guard them the whole way of the court, right? So one of my things of stopping Luka Doncic was, okay, I'm going to have Kawhi guard him from once he inbounds the ball on my side of the court all the way up the court. And so by the fourth quarter, what's happened? He should be so low on energy. He shouldn't have energy to do anything because he's getting hounded the entire game. But fourth quarter comes, he's basically got full energy. It doesn't matter. Like none of that stuff mattered that I did to him. None of it mattered. And the double teams have always been bad. They've been so bad. The moment I double team, one of my guys goes, "Oh, so you're gonna leave Russell Westbrook wide open from the 3? Oh, let me give a better suggestion. Oh, you're gonna leave Andre Roberson wide open from the 3. I guess I should go guard him. Why would you guard Andre Roberson from the 3? He can't shoot. He barely can shoot. I left him open on purpose. Better example, Ben Simmons. I left Ben Simmons open on 3 on purpose, and I'm doubling Joel Embiid because I know I can get away with that. I know if you pass it to Ben Simmons from 3 and he shoots, he's going to miss. I did that on purpose, but I can't get away with that because the moment I do that, my AI goes, "Oh, I guess I should go guard Ben Simmons," and he gets off of Danny Green, who can actually shoot threes, and guards Ben Simmons. How does that make sense? How does that make any sense to anybody that he would go do that? And now Danny Green has a wide open 3. What is this? What is this? What actually is this? How am I playing basketball anymore? And let's not even talk about how the double teams will force you into turnovers that you did not intend to commit. Because the moment I see a double team coming, I'm passing the ball, and my guy does this weird spin move into somebody's leg and loses the ball. What? That wasn't what I was trying to do. But it's the animation. The animation. You're in the animation. You're trapped in the animation. You can't get out of it. Are we playing basketball or not? I don't get it. Am I playing basketball? Am I in control or not? I don't get it. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. And it's like those things people have been complaining about those things for years, and they still have not got fixed. So I'm not going to give you a pat on the back if this game is marginally better than the last game. I'm not giving you that pat on the back because this game has been broken for so long. It's been so broken for so long. I can go on for days about the issues and problems that this game has that does not translate to real basketball. So I double teams are bad. They're just so bad, and they need to be fixed. Okay, they need to be fixed ASAP. They should have been fixed yesterday, but they need to be fixed as soon as possible. Okay, double teaming is a key. Is a important function of defense. If I'm not able to double team somebody who's already having a good night, then you're basically letting them walk away with more points than they deserve. But I can't double team him because the double teaming in this game is so broken. It's insanely broken. And don't even get me started on clock management at the end of games when I'm trying to save a possession by intentionally fouling, and you let him just run straight up the court because I'm stuck in the animation now and I can't guard him anymore. What is that? How does that happen? I can't guard him anymore. I'm trying to intentionally foul. He gets away from my first guy, and so now I'm like, okay, let's just play defense. But it's too late. I press the button. No. You press the button now. We gotta foul him. And now it's the N1. What? What are we doing? That 2K, that was not my intention. That was not my intention. I wasn't trying to do that. I wasn't trying to do that. Crazy. It's crazy. It's absurd.
Okay. We know. It's okay. It's all right, man. It's okay. You okay? You good?
I'm better. I got it out of my system.
Well, that was hot takes with old Scratch Johnson. I'm sure he'll have another one next time or in a couple days. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways, well, Jonathan, do we want to end it here, or we're getting close to our 2.5 hour time frame. Do we want to just wrap it up and save our last topic for next week? What do you think?
It's up to you, man. If you want to go into the next one, we can stop here, or we can go into the next one. It's up to you.
I think we should, guys. I think we should wrap it up for now. Okay. On that note, but we will next week. We'll have a live segment where we talk about bad dating advice we received. So I'll give you guys a little tidbit about what next week's will be, but we'll have a little bit about that, and we'll talk about that for a little bit. But thank you everyone for listening, and for liking, and for sharing, for everything that you guys are doing. Thank you for commenting. We appreciate it. We're just here to have fun and to involve everybody in the conversations we have. I literally feel like when you were ranting there, I felt like I was back in the dorm room, like telling me about something that you were like, I don't understand. This is crazy. And I was laughing so hard. I was looking at the second one, the new one, the 2K 2022, and I really think we should like do a stream. We'll figure it out, but where we both play it, because I really want to see if it's better or not. Then and people can laugh at how bad I am at this game.
I've heard from some of the critics, people who actually did not like, who have complained about 2K for years.
Mm-hmm.
Heard from them that 2K21 is a marginally better game. It is better, but there are still some severe issues.
You mean 22?
So, right? Yes, sorry, 22.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know. I'm getting the 20s mixed up myself. I keep doing that. But yeah, it is when they say marginally better, what do they mean by marginally better?
They mean like defense is better. Like you can actually play defense now. It's not still not like where you would expect a next gen console game to be at, but it is still better than it was last year.
Mm-hmm.
I think they got rid of some of the dunk animation stuff. And you can actually like block people now, so that's nice. That's good too. And
animations don't sound like a very good idea, to be honest.
No. Who thought that was?
I feel like they're just wanting. Oh, here he goes again. Hey,
who thought that was? I don't understand. I understand why they did it, because it makes it looks cool. It looks really, really cool. Like if you're trying to posterize somebody, it looks really cool to get them trapped in that animation to where you're like, and you're like dunking on them and stuff like that. But it physically. It doesn't make sense to do it, because now I'm stuck in the animation and I can't do anything but what the animation is telling me to do at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and the other thing too is like, I think they're trying, from what you're saying, it sounds like they're trying to push on the explosiveness of the NBA 24/7, and it's not like that.
Yeah.
It's not like you're not going to have a huge play every single take. You know what I mean? Like it's
exactly
every time you go down the floor, like it's
you're not going to have you're not going to have someone getting posterized every time you're going on the floor.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's crazy.